Ever wonder who you are beneath all the noise, the roles, the expectations? It feels like wading through a dense fog, doesn't it? Every day, we dress up in roles and rehearse lines society hands us, losing bits of our true selves. But beneath that noise, isn't there a part of you that's just tired? Tired of the pretense, craving to just be. Living authentically means finally letting out the breath you didn't know you were holding. It's about peeling off those layers, embracing your real feelings, and saying, "This is me, and I'm okay with that." But first, let's know, what does it mean to be authentic? Being authentic means that you're true to who you are, even when it's tough. You know your own values and you stick to them, you're honest with yourself and everyone else, and you're not afraid to admit when you're wrong. Your actions match your words, and people see you as genuine and real. This sounds simple, but it's not always easy to do. But why should you be authentic? It might seem hard to always be true to yourself, especially if it means standing out from the crowd. Sometimes you might have to go against what everyone else is doing or thinking. This can be scary, but in the long run, it leads to a better, more rewarding life. Here's why. People will trust and respect you more when they see you're not afraid to be yourself. You'll feel better about your choices because they match what you believe in. Being real means you can face problems head-on instead of avoiding them. You'll discover more opportunities because people see you're someone with integrity. You'll feel more confident and happy with yourself. Life is less stressful when you're not trying to be someone you're not. Now, the main question is, how can you start living authentically? Living authentically doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey of getting to know yourself better and learning to make choices that reflect who you really are. Here's how to start. The first step towards freeing your authentic self is to recognize the masks we wear. From childhood, society teaches us to don these masks, to conform, to fit in, to be someone we're not, just to gain acceptance or avoid confrontation. But the mask is heavy, isn't it? It burdens us, stifles us, and keeps us from breathing in the pure essence of life. Acknowledging that you're wearing a mask is like feeling the sun on your face after years in the shadows. It's a revelation, a moment of pure, unadulterated freedom. Peeling off the mask is no easy feat. It requires courage, the kind of courage that is born from vulnerability. To stand in front of the mirror, to look into your own eyes and say, "This is me, with all my imperfections, with all my scars and stories," is to start rewriting the narrative of your life. It's about embracing every part of you, even the parts that you've been taught to hide or despise. Remember, every scar has a story, and every story has the right to be heard. In this journey, silence becomes your greatest teacher. In the stillness, away from the cacophony of the world, you start hearing your own voice, perhaps for the first time. It's in this silence that your authentic self whispers the truths you've been too afraid to acknowledge. Listen, what does it say? Maybe it speaks of dreams long buried under the rubble of practicality, of passions quenched by the cold waters of conformity. Whatever it is, listen. Your authentic self knows the way. It always has. Dialogue with your authentic self is not a monologue. It's a conversation that ebbs and flows. Ask questions, be curious. Why do you love what you love? What fears are holding you back? What makes you feel alive? The answers may surprise you. They may challenge you. But in this challenge, there's growth. And in this growth, there's liberation. Finally, to free your authentic self, you must dare to express it. Paint your truth in bold strokes across the canvas of life. Write your story, not with the ink of others' expectations, but with the colors of your own experiences and dreams. Dance to the rhythm of your own heart, even if your steps are unfamiliar or your rhythm is out of sync with the world's. Your authentic self is not a destination. It's a way of being. It's a continuous journey of self-discovery, of unlearning and relearning, of falling and rising. And on this journey, remember, there are no maps because nobody else has ever been where you're meant to go. Your path is yours to carve, with each step an act of courage, a declaration of freedom. So free your authentic self, not because it's easy, but because it's the most real thing you'll ever do. And in this authenticity, you'll find a life that's not only worth living, but is also a masterpiece of your own making.